So once again, welcome dear students. As we were discussing in the earlier part, we were in the theory of needs of Malinowski, right? So if we just try to recapitulate what we had learned in our earlier part, it was something like that the needs which Malinowski is talking about is basically the human needs, and these needs are of two types, the basic needs and the derived needs. This much we had learned in the earlier part. Now these needs or the human needs were the cause of what? The needs which the humans are wanting, the needs which we want, these are a product of the biological impulses which we had studied in details in the earlier part. Do you remember the biological impulses? For example, the biological impulse of hunger, of thirst, these lead to our actions which are obviously, for hunger it is eating, for thirst it is drinking. So these are the ways in which the biological impulses make us, the human beings, do something or make us want something to satisfy our needs. Thus we have already learned that the needs are a product of biological impulsions. Needs are a product of biological impulses. Needs are a product of biological impulses. This we have studied in our earlier part. Today we are going to discuss the second part of the theory of needs. The second part revolves around the two types of needs. As you can see, two tables have been made for your convenience. One is the basic needs, one is the derived needs. Now, what are basic needs? Basic needs are those needs which are directly related to the biological impulsions, and those needs which have the direct effect on our biological system. Without these needs we cannot survive. A biological being cannot survive without the fulfillment of these basic needs. So let's check out what can be the biological needs. Health, number one, is a biological need for us, the human beings. Number two we have written is safety. Third is reproduction. So let's start. A biological impulse of health leads us to give a response to fulfill this need. Health is our need which has been created by biological impulses, and to fulfill this need we are going to create a response. So for a proper health, what response can we give? In general, we can have a hygienic response, or we create hospitals. So why do we create hospitals? We create hospitals to provide for the needs of health, which is a biological impulse. Is it clear? I hope so. Now coming to the next example, safety. Safety is also a need for the human body, for the biological being. So for that, in response in our society, what we do? We create a shelter, or in common terms, we human beings create a home, right? So what are these responses? What type of responses are we talking about? If you remember from the earlier part, these are the cultural responses. Why are these responses being called cultural? Because these are happening in the society, and society, as you all know, is composed of the human beings, their feelings, their cultures, and thus these responses are known as the cultural responses. I hope I can make myself clear to all of you. third one here in the basic needs is that of the reproduction. And let's add one more thing, reproduction and care. Reproduction and care. So for reproduction and care, what are the things or the responses which we the human beings have created? We have created family, we have created marriage, we have created kinship, right? Family, marriage, kinship are the cultural responses which help us to fulfill the basic needs of reproduction and care. And where this need is coming from? This need is coming from the biological impulses of our body. So this is the entire idea. So let us make a quick flow chart to understand this phenomena very quickly. First, biological impulse. This leads to needs. Needs lead to responses. What type of response? It may be cultural, social, anyone. Okay. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now coming to the second type of needs, that is the derived needs. So what are derived needs? Derived needs are those needs which are required for the better living of an human being. Basic needs are required for the living of the human being, for the survival of the human being. Derived needs are those needs which help us to live in a better manner. আর একটু ভালোভাবে বেঁচে থাকতে আমাদের সাহায্য করে। তো the derived needs, now you see the chart over here. I think you will also be able to fill up these charts as we go on in the discussion. The need of authority, power. Why do we need authority and power? So that we can live in an efficient manner. Without authority and power also we can live. But with authority and power we can live in a much better manner. So this is the idea of derived needs which help us to live or survive in a better or a much efficient manner. Okay? Without derived needs I can survive, but without basic needs I cannot survive. Once again coming back to the derived needs, the derived need of authority has led to the response of, let's say, political, power, political organizations, or say police, or for example you can say any higher position or posts, right, which give you the authoritative position which leads to a better living. Now the basic and most important difference between the basic need and derived need is that first of all basic need is directly caused due to biological impulses. So here now making the flow chart we will make a little bit of change. Biological impulse leads to basic needs and responses. Biological impulse does not lead to derived needs, but it is our social impulse. It is our overall idea of living in a better manner which leads us to creating the derived needs. Thus we can say for the better understanding that social impulse can lead to derived needs and biological impulse leads to basic needs. Now coming to the next one, derived needs, that is status. Status, if you don't have a higher status, still you can survive with the basic needs. But if you have status, you can survive in a better and magnificent manner. So for that case, status being a derived need needs a response. What type of response can be given? That is a higher economic status, we can say economy, monetary or for example so many else things can be said, anything which enhances our status. Third is comfort. Without comfort also a human being can survive, but with comfort, that is a derived need, we can survive in a much more easier, better manner. So for comfort being a derived need, what are the responses the society or we are creating? We are creating air conditioners, we are creating cozy beds, we are creating appliances, and so on and so forth. Thus, this is the whole idea of the theory of needs in the second part. Once again, I will be doing a quick recapturing. The theory of needs consists of two types of needs. One is basic need, one is derived need. Basic needs, as you can see over here, are directly a product of our biological impulses, and these basic needs lead to responses which we have seen in this diagram. The needs are to be fulfilled through these responses. See, for example, family helps in reproduction, kinship helps in care, marriage helps in reproduction. Thus, our responses fulfill our needs, which are a product of the impulses. In the same manner, in the derived needs, we can see our response is air condition, cozy bed, appliances. This is fulfilling our need of comfort, which is a derived need, and this need is of the impulse which is social in nature. Thus, we can say over here biological impulse leading to basic needs, and with that simultaneously we can also say that social impulse lead to derived needs, and this leading to the various responses, as the case was over here also. I hope I have been able to make you clear about the idea of the Malinowski's theory of needs, and for your better performance in your examinations, I would definitely suggest to all of you that you please try to draw this type of tables in your answer sheets for your better understanding and your better presentations. Thank you very much. Until next time, stay well, stay safe. Thank you.